I grew up in the church, basically, and we went to church every Sunday and Wednesday usually. And I'm the youngest of 4 kids. I have both my parents. We grew up in like suburbia, Orlando, and like Dallas area. And like it was like normal. Like I don't really have a horror story, but it's a path always. And so like basically like I was in the faith and I got baptized when I was 6 years old, and like I made a conscious decision, but I didn't really know exactly what it meant completely to be like in a full relationship with the Lord. And so like for a while I was just kind of just like, yeah, Jesus, going to church and stuff, until I was like 10 or 11. I went to like this summer camp which was called Kids Across America, and it's really awesome. It's like a Christian sports camp for like urban areas, and it's in Missouri, and they really just like broke it down. I think that's when I really just like completely gave my life to Christ and fully like understood that it was a relationship, and that like he was like a real person, that you would have a relationship like any other person, like your best friend or your mom or your dad. And so after that I was more involved in, like, I started reading my Bible more and like talking about it, but still it was kind of like a disconnect a little bit about it. And through some things I was just like, I am a like sold out Christian, Jesus this, Jesus that, and like in other environments I was kind of like, well, yeah, Jesus is cool, I guess I can be his servant maybe and stuff. So it was kind of not okay. But like where it really like broke down was my high school year. Like my grandmother got really sick, and she was older, she was about 90 or 91. And so, and I was, at the time, I was the youngest, so I was the only one at home because all my other siblings had moved out by then. And so my mother went to Florida, which is where my grandmother was, and by this time I was living in Texas. And so I was at home with my father by myself, and so she was there for usually about 6 months at a time, and she'd come back for maybe 3 months and then leave again. And this happened like throughout all 4 years of my high school, and so it was really tough not having her around. And my father has been pretty like, well, he's abusive, as in like verbally and like mentally, well, to us at least. And so that was a hard struggle, and for a while I was just angry, just so mad at God for like putting me in that situation to like, you know, like I'm being your servant, I'm loving you, I'm doing all of this, and then you basically abandoned me. And so through that it was like really hard. But like after a while I like realized that it's not about me. Like he's not abandoning me, he's like growing me and helping me through the journey. Like yes, my mom wasn't there and it was hard, and like my dad was not nice to me at all, but like God was always there, and that's what I had to like remember. And the fact that he kept me like in his path, because I totally could have just been like, bump Jesus, I'm just gonna go and like be with all my friends and like do drugs and steal things and like do everything that they used to do. But like he kept me on his path, and for that I'm so thankful for that. And he's basically like telling me that everything that he puts me through is for my benefit and is for like the growth in me, because even though it sucked and it was hard, but it made me such a stronger person and a better person for it. And I'm just still growing and still trying to walk on his path and keep him first, you know.